Hey, welcome back to 2DG. Another beer review for you. What do we got today?
Today we have a Saison du BUFF, and this is a collaboration between Stone, Victory, and Dogfish Head. The BUFF stands for Brewers United, for the freedom of flavor. When this actually came out, they had like a faux press conference, and I think they said 3 reporters showed up for it. This is way back in 2003 though, so the movement was still very young. In this beer, I think they use parsley, rosemary, like lemongrass, thyme, or something like that. Just a whole bunch of weird flavors in the Saison.
Now that's something we're used to though from Dogfish Head. But
yeah, Dogfish Head, yeah, it goes all over the place.
Stone, I don't think I've had any real experimental like that.
If you haven't tried their Stochasticity series. When they do a lot of crazy stuff, and I think actually last night or the night before we had the 24 karat gold.
Oh yeah,
from Stone. So they used a ton of different spices.
Well, that was a collaboration also.
Kinda, yeah. It was with their homebrew competition, and then the winner gets to brew on the big boy equipment.
That's how you get into GABF as an amateur.
That wasn't in there though.
But I'm just saying that's
no, yeah.
You have to collaborate with a real brewer.
Yeah. This is 6.8%, so it's a little high for a Saison. Dogfish Head, though, generally also pushes the alcohol content.
And I want to say that like Victory, I don't usually get a lot of Victory.
I am actually a big Victory fan. A lot of their stuff, especially Hop Ranch, which we haven't got to review yet, but I've had it off camera, and it's actually really good. I think it's their Imperial IPA.
Nice.
Yeah, huge Stone fan, huge Dogfish Head fan.
And again, Victory, I've heard good things. So
yeah.
You know, I'm not saying I've never had a Victory. Go ahead and crack that while you're at it.
Which, if you look at the top here,
it's there.
It's actually the Victory. But yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, like I said, I don't usually drink a lot of Victory. I just haven't seen any. And to be honest, it's my own lacking. I just haven't. It's you know, when you're out and about, you're trying to hit those buzz beers, you know, that you hear a lot about.
Big names, yeah.
Yep. Well, not just big name, but big beer that you've heard a lot about. And to be honest, I just haven't heard.
Big name.
So anyway, we're going to check this one out. It's got 2 giant names. You think Victory's as big as that?
Yeah, they're pretty big.
No, but I mean, okay, whatever. Yeah. We're going to try it out.
Color, nice straw yellow color.
Yeah.
The head.
Look at this. I would almost venture to guess that mine's clearer than yours.
Maybe. The head, finger, unless you're him, then you're going to say that yours is bigger, so...
No, it's half a finger.
Yeah,
if that, I got big fingers.
Yeah. Nice loose bubbles, nice white head, but let's go ahead and get an aroma.
Ooh, there's a lot happening there.
See, I disagree. I think it's a little less than I thought it was going to be. You get... Yeah, you get a little bit of the lemongrass type characteristic, which I think they used the lemon thyme in there, so you're going to get that. You also get...
I get a little bit of that funk that's accompanied with the salt that we get in a lot of the Saisons.
I'd say you're more picking up on the Belgian yeast characteristic than anything, which that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with salt.
No, but that's what I equate it to on the palate.
Which is kind of weird because they put rosemary in here, and I'm not getting anything.
I am getting rosemary. There's almost... If you take a good deep sniff, it's almost like a soap, and it's the rosemary.
And I'm assuming they use Pilsner malt in here. I'm getting that as well. Yeah, not.
It lemon. What did they say? Lemongrass, rosemary.
I think it was lemon
cilantro,
parsley,
parsley,
rosemary, lemon thyme in there.
I was gonna say because I'm getting the rosemary and the lemony, but.
Yeah, sage as well. Excuse me. The sage I'd say I'm picking up on. It's more of like a tea type, spice tea type flavor. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of the bubblegum though from the yeast as well though. But let's go ahead and give it a taste.
Complex. Let's do it.
It's more layered in the flavor. At the beginning, I'm getting a little bit of that lemony thyme characteristic. You go past that, I get the rosemary spiciness out of it. As you keep going, I get the spicy herbal parsley characteristic, the nice kind of, I don't know, it's almost minty in a way. But after that though, it's all like the bubblegum yeast characteristic, typical Belgian yeast strain that you would expect. And then it finishes off with the nice biscuity Pilsner malt flavor as it finishes.
Now, I go almost the opposite direction. When I taste it, I get the Belgian yeasty flavors right up front, mixed with lemon and a little bit of maybe a sage pepperiness. When I swallow, there might be a little bit of parsley, but I'm overridden with sage and rosemary, big time.
I say the rosemary is not nearly as pronounced as I thought it was going to be.
I disagree.
If you've ever cooked with rosemary, you know that it's very intense.
I'm tasting
as far
it
as the
still.
flavor profile. I guess I agree to disagree. Now it does fall under Saison, obviously. And we pulled up here on Rate Beer. For the style, they give it a 98. Overall, they give it a 94, which actually they're pulling it under a spice / herb / vegetable beer.
I would feel better about that.
I'm gonna go Saison. It's in the name. Saison. You can have a bunch of different, flavor characteristics to it. So Saison is what we're gonna go.
I just think that makes it harder since it's such a departure from a standard Saison.
It has the typical Saison characteristics. So you get the little pepperiness, you get the bubblegum yeast, you get a little bit of the horse blanket type aroma and taste to it, just a little, but Saison style.
Wow. I'll go 9.5. It's great. You can tell. As soon as you smell it, you know that's a Saison. As soon as you taste it, for me, I taste it right off the bat, Saison. I think the style, I think they've got it nailed down pretty darn good.
Which really you expect nothing less from these three huge names in the craft beer industry. I think Dogfish Head's my second favorite brewery. Stone maybe third.
Anymore, man, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's just Dogfish Head jumps out there and does so much crazy, wild, awesome stuff. It is tough though, because Stone's just consistently solid.
Awesome, yeah.
Not that Dogfish isn't.
Well, no. Style for the Saison, I'll probably give it a 9. I wish you had a little bit of the sour funk to it, which I think if you had that in there would just nail it. That's kind of what I expect though, a little bit.
I almost feel like they're using the lemongrass for that, the lemony.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
No, it doesn't do it for me. But yeah, the huge complex array of flavors in there, just it really works because when you think about it, like you're throwing all these things in it. That's what you expect to put in like a fine piece of meat or something like that. Not in a beer.
Yep.
And I'll admit I've watched some YouTube videos about it, and when they described all the different flavors they're putting in there, I was like, I don't know, but no, it really works.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Overall,
I'm gonna drop it down to a 9. I like this beer, and I think it's really good, and it's really complex with all those different ingredients that you actually can taste. It's not like one of those where we throw it in and you never knew it was there. You taste everything in it. However, it leaves a bitterness long after I've drank it. I'm tasting a bitterness that I don't know. I like it, but it's not as complex as I'd hoped, and I think I was hoping for some of that sour tartness in there as well, and I think that would just accentuate and lift those flavors even more. But all in all, it's a great beer. 9's nothing to, push off.
I'll agree with you on the complexity. Like you taste about everything in there. However, I wish there was a little bit more of the sour issue, but I also wish the overall distinguished flavors were a little bit more pronounced. That being said, though, it being 6.8, it's not sessionable. Could I drink 1 or 2 of these, 3 of these in a row? Yeah. Will I? I probably would. If I could get it around here. We got this in Louisville. And actually, I haven't seen it in our area ever, actually, which is kind of weird, considering all 3 of these breweries are, huge. Plus Victory, which is the brewery that produced this one for us, is out of Pennsylvania, so it's not that far away. About what, 4 hours, 5 hours?
Depends on how fast.
Yeah, fast. But overall, I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. I have had some saisons that are better,
Sure.
with less ingredients. But when these three guys come together, it's going to be awesome.
Definitely.
I would easily drink this one a lot. And I pick it over a lot of other saisons. But like I said, I've had some that are better. And with all the ingredients that they list on there, I expected it to be a little bit better. Still solid though.
Still a great beer. That's enough said for
Yeah,
that.
go ahead and like the video, subscribe to our channel, and throw a comment down there if you think we're wrong or if you agree with us.
Yep.
We'll talk to you.
All right. See you.
2DG.